hit, top, throw it, off, diamonds, gloss, show it, off, bad, women all up in the loft, hit gas, perk, I'm about to set it, off, hit, top, throw it, off, diamonds, gloss, show it, off, bad, women all up in the loft, hit gas, perk, I'm about to set it, off.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Black Room, and I got my brother in here, Jamal, right back again. What's happening, man?
What's going
on? This is the Black, Latin, Asian, Caucasian conversation, and we're talking on all fronts. We're talking about real issues, and every time you come up here, we get real politically incorrect. So I feel like it's important to say that. First of all, let me do a shameless plug. My last album, Ready to Live, is on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, everywhere you can imagine. My new single, Flexing on Purpose, Storing Numbers. It's Codeine, C-O-D-E-A-N, Kong, K-O-N-G. And we moving. Ape Squad is back. We're doing our fucking thing, and we're reforming and rebuilding. So, now that we got that shit out the way, fuck it. I want to send a shout out to this bitch that I got into it with, man, on the... Name dropping, absolutely. You know, it's the politically incorrect segment, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so, we can be with the shit.
Her name is Bink Bad. And this chick, man, I got into a discussion. She said something about millennials. Millennials aren't the problem, this, that, and other. So I'm like, millennials kind of are the problem. It's like, no, you talking about that what's the generation after millennials?
Like Y or something like that.
Yeah, whatever. The generation after millennials. I said no. Last time I checked, Future was a millennial. He ushered in this whole drug culture shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are millennials that kind of set the platform for these young, stupid motherfuckers to have their way to do it. So
I agree on some parts and with her also, but I disagree.
But I'm not done. Check this out. She goes off and start talking about, oh, well, this, that, and I'm like, okay, you take Cardi B, for example. You take Nicki Minaj, for example. They're millennials. And they can't do a verse without talking about their pussy or being a prostitute. And she talking about, and I guess she got a song about pussy, right? So yeah. She like, that's because back in the day, they wouldn't let us say what we wanted to say. They wouldn't let us talk about sex. They wouldn't let, I'm like, you're wrong. What about Salt and Pepper? What about MC Lyte in that song she did with Escape? What about Queen Latifah? They always said what the fuck they wanted to say. In fact, hip hop was a avenue for them to speak their mind regardless. But they wouldn't just speaking so raunchy and just saying it in ways that wasn't creative.
Yeah, they did it with taste.
Right, that's all I'm saying.
Back in the day, taste and finesse was the wave of things. And that came from even in the 60s and 70s with, you know, like the Isley Brothers and stuff. They did it with smoothness and finesse. So if a person on deaf ears on their music came to listen to it, you'd be like, oh, you know what? That's a nice melody. The words is nice. They said it. Maybe
it'll set the mood. It's timeless.
Maybe they're talking about this. Maybe they're talking about that. Not necessarily saying that it's just some, you know, blase blah. You know, the Isley Brothers and the groups back in the day and females and stuff, you know, led that train of being like smooth and finesse and able to be able to make music for everybody no matter what the age group was,
Right.
being timeless and stuff. So it wasn't like they were just like, yeah, I got a dick in my mouth. I'm trying to fuck a nigga tonight.
Right.
Such and blah, blah, blah. That shit didn't start getting real explicit until the 90s when Lil' Kim came with hardcore.
Right.
And even when she came in hardcore and she led the way for that, you know.
Right.
What I don't want dick tonight, eat this pussy, right? You know what I mean? And then it kind of opened up doors where females like, oh, well, you know, if she can be, you know, that explicit with stuff, then maybe we can, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I think beforehand, early 90s and stuff, a lot of female rappers had a lot of respect and was on that unity stuff and everything. And then even if they was to speak on that, you wouldn't be able to tell, or you would have to decipher.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. Around in that same era, you had rappers like Mia X who would talk about the most explicit shit in the world. But at the same time, Mia X will go do a song that's of value. You know what I'm saying? Something that you could feel. You take somebody like who's I about to say? Missy Elliott. She was from the 90s. She did different shit. She was creative. And my thing is this. Yeah, you can have a song here and there that's like just straight raw and hardcore, whatever. Cool. But why is every song about that? How come you're not having any content, no substance in any of these songs, man? Like, why are you preaching that prostitution is the way? Why are you constantly just like, it's like there's no artistry. It's like, okay, for example, as a rapper, I like to do shit that other people can't do. Like, I like to put shit together and be like, damn, nigga, you hear that shit?
Yeah.
But anybody can go say, Papa Molly, fucking a bitch and this, that, and that. Like, I got some money. I bought this ice from here. I just like, oh my God. It don't take nothing to do that.
It gets boring.
That's not artistry. That's just carbon copy.
Yes, sir.
That's the way I look at it.
Gingerbread man.
Yep. Cookie cutter. Yep. Exactly right. And that's why I was telling her, she got mad and she blocked me and shit. But I thought that was funny. I'm like, see, you just proved my point. This whole generation weak as hell.
Man.
They weak. They can't take no type of criticism. Criticism is hating.
Yeah. So I had it. I see on Facebook a lot of people always fucking up with their words and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I be want to correct them, but then I want to go kind of in a sarcastic, little funny way. So I asked a girl the other day. She said something about dying. She spelled it D-E-I-N-G. So I knew what she meant. But if she meant to put the Y before the E, that still was wrong.
Right.
But, you know.
You can tell when somebody doing a typo and when somebody.
You know. It's fucking up. But anyway.
Right.
So I just said something like, what's D? You know what I mean? Because my homeboy seen it at work and I was like, man, people be killing me with these, you know, errors. Because I fuck up sometimes. But the girl post that it was on, she didn't even comment on it. Somebody came left field.
Mm-hmm. That's how it usually is.
If you want to be insensitive and just be an asshole and all this stuff and shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so you come out of left field to try to come defend your friend.
Right.
For one, your name calling, you doing all this shit. So I'm going to let you get your shit out before I get to getting on your ass. Because I know I'm not sensitive.
Right.
Man. Headshot her ass. Look here. Let me tell you something. First of all, if you was a real good friend.
Come closer to the mic.
That's like if you was a real good friend, you be checking on your friend instead of going on back and forth with me trying to make this about you.
Right. Real friends let friends know when they slipping. It's like
exactly.
If I got a booger in my nose, I would want my friend to let me know.
No, not even that. If your friend feeling a certain way, then why are you on her Facebook comment, on a Facebook comment going back and forth with someone about a word? If you made a post, you said you feel like you blah 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 on this. Man, I'm not finna get on this post and argue with this nigga or argue with this bitch about nothing. I'm finna hit you and be like, you cool? You alright? What's going on? I'm gonna be a real friend. I was like, you suck as a friend. I was like, you suck as a friend, you insensitive little brat. I was like, you can kiss my ass. First of all, if you're a real friend, you'd be off here checking on your friend, which you're not.
You real shit.
For real, it's what it is. I just hate insensitive. I just hate sensitive people. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that one.
And then keep going back and forth. I mean, it's a whole fucking thread. I'm like, man, look here. Fuck you and have a good night. Kindly.
Yeah, that was a post that I just posted. Well, I was trying to find it here. I just saw the other day. I was like, is that English? Did everybody just comment? I'm like, I don't have any idea what this bitch is trying to say right now.
Man, they got emoji talk now.
I don't know. I'm like, but it was just terrible spelling.
Man, they talk through emojis now. Like, emojis mean shit. But, as far as, like, this new generation millennial shit, and old girl with the, with the ratchet, raunchy ass music, not even the music. I think that, you said something earlier about the millennials or whatever paved the way for all this drug use and
yeah, I mean,
shit like that.
It's.
I agree.
We wasn't as impressionable to be able to be like, you know, whatever they doing, let's go try it. No, but these kids now, they're very weak minded and they'll believe whatever they hear. So if we heard NWA talking about killing cops and shit, I don't mean we ran out and killed cops.
True.
But these motherfuckers, they hear motherfuckers saying, "Oh, you need to pop this pill. You need to be going off this, that, and other." Like, oh shit, I'm gonna try it. Like, what is that?
It's a lot of variables that make the new millennials, the newer millennials, because the old school millennials that we are.
Gears that's the name for it. They're called Zillennials.
Really?
X. Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is. Dumbasses. But what I was saying was Gen X, right? No, Zennials. We supposed to be Zennials, right? Since we come off the chemtrails of Gen X, would that make us Zennials?
Yeah,
and then
we're
millennials?
Zennials.
Okay.
Zillennials.
All right, so yeah. So it's like the people that came before us started making the rap music. Mm-hmm. But every now and then you'll hear 3 6 Mafia or motherfucker snorting pill, popping, you know, such and such.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, what is this? So it kind of
I get what you're saying, but it didn't blow up like that.
Yeah, because
and they wasn't just talking about that.
Yeah, I know they wasn't just talking, but you would hear it.
Future just talk about doing drugs. There probably ain't no verse out there he ain't talking about doing drugs.
True that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm never the one to be against it. Like, okay, Pimp C, he talk about snorting powder and shit, but at the same time, Pimp C will tell you what'll happen when, you know, when you go to jail and what's going on with this and with your mama going through and all. Like, you need to be a well-rounded artist.
I totally agree with that, because when you don't add more to the pot, I think your focus becomes just of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you don't add, okay, well, separating your pleasures from your business and your real life with the fantasy life that you want to live. You know what I mean? It has to have a balance. If you don't have a certain balance with it, then it becomes a life of fantasy. Very true. So when you get a lot of people that's influenced with when you get a lot of people that's influenced with drug use or influenced with this, and they feel like that's all they have to turn to, and they can't deal with reality, that's what's going on.
That's something that you touched on your Facebook. I saw that the other day. The post I was talking about with the girl, it says, "Don't not guy has one baby mama."
What?
Don't not guy have one baby mama. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that English?
I think she meant to say, don't not one guy.
Don't no guy have, but still, even that. It's all.
Yeah, but.
Like, what the heck?
No, like, first of all, where'd you get these statistics from?
Don't not one guy has one baby mama. I'm like, lady.
Out of a survey of 100 guys.
Did you reread this shit? Proofread something?
Man, out of a survey of 100 guys, all of them have more than one baby mama.
One of them child's mother.
And the survey says, ding.
Right. Yeah, that's bullshit. But you did say that, like, people self-medicate, but at the same time, the way that they so sensitive now, they're medicating off that too.
Oh yeah,
just because they feel like they always have to have something to run to.
Oh yeah, they're masking their problems. They're masking how their feelings. They're masking everything now. Everything is a blur and everything is a blanket. Drugs is a blanket. Is their safety blanket. You know, the little kid that used to walk around with the blanket. What was it? Linus from
Lionel.
Yeah, Lionel from motherfucking
Charlie Brown
and shit. That's what it is. They always got to run with a safety blanket. Oh, I was off pills, or I got to take these many pills and stuff. Now, I ain't saying I'm like, I understand anxiety. I understand where you coming from, as far as trying to deal with things, mentally or how you feel. But you have to be a person to say, okay, it's something that's wrong with me, or I'm accepting what's going on in my life. I need help. I need to reach out and get help. You just can't sit there and be like, man, shit, fuck it. Right. Go ahead and take these 5 Xanaxes and go away. You know what I mean?
Man, my OG said something to me one time. He was like, man, I feel sorry for y'all. He was like this was back when I was hustling and shit. So he was like, I feel sorry for y'all because y'all have to pay so much for the same shit that we used to get for close to nothing. We used to be able to make so much money in a short amount of time to the point where we'd do it and don't have to touch it again for like the rest of the year and be fine. Like, I feel sorry for y'all. It's harder for y'all. Inflation is going on. Jobs are not what they used to be. They're not valued the way that they used to be.
Yeah.
And I never thought about that. All I thought about was we got it easier. We got cell phones. We got all this shit, all this bullshit, but we really don't, especially in the hood. Oh, yeah. I always say, like, people can be mad at me for this, whatever, cool. I've actually taken American politics classes. I've actually been involved in politics. I've helped campaigns. I've done all that shit. And at the end of the day, our votes don't shift shit for us. And I know people going to have a problem with that. Well, if you don't do this, man, that's their system. It's their way of going about doing shit. If you want to change something in your own community, then formalize and change it.
Yes. I agree.
That's the way I'm at with it.
I agree with that.
And it don't, to me, it matters who our president is, but at the same time, it don't matter as much as, status quo. Now, if you're talking about situations like gay marriage, all this other shit, yeah, it matters who the politicians are because they making laws that affect people.
Yeah.
But
off their own personal.
Yeah, their personal reason. But if you're telling me that if my main issue is building a wall and separating families, and that's something that affects me and that's something that I hate, but both of these candidates believe in building a wall and separating families, why do I give a shit about voting for either one of them motherfuckers?
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
I'm not finna waste my time. I can be going to get some money to help my people.
Because then what's the third alternative? It's like saying...
Then you're going to be voting for somebody that's not going to get elected anyway.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like a defeated attitude, but you got to know your surroundings. You got to know where you live at. You got to know what type of people are around. And that's just the way they think. I never thought that I would see black people buying Trump gear. But I saw that shit and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And now that we already said that,
I was trolling.
Yeah, let's get into that. Why was you wearing a MAGA hat on Facebook?
Okay. So it's just I told somebody on my Facebook because a lot of people knew it was a joke. But I knew I was going to get a real reaction out of somebody. Mm-hmm. And, man, when you start getting those real reactions and everybody get all in their feelings and they get that passion and they just want to get to you and they just want to, why are you doing this and why are you such and such and blah, blah, blah and all this. And I let them go and I let them go and I let them go. And then I say, okay, where was that same passion when this person got killed? when the police killed this person? Where was that same passion when you found out they not finna raise our minimum wage? Where's that same passion that you wanted to be, that you can be the politician or you can be this and be that? That same energy you got, keep that same energy you got and use that towards these motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about us instead of coming at me.
I got you.
Because I'm wearing this hat or I'm wearing this. Y'all put so much fucking
on symbolism and not real shit.
Exactly.
Right. I got you.
So with me wearing this hat pisses a person off, then good. Yeah. Because I want you to be pissed off. I want you to be passionate. Okay. I want to see that anger. I want to see that passion behind everything you say, and then I'm gonna put it in your face.
When I first saw it, I just read the hat. I'm like, damn, he's actually saying make America great again. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? But then, like, a couple people hit me up. They were like, man, what's wrong with your boy? I'm like, that nigga doing something. I don't know what the fuck he doing, but I didn't think it was on no. What the fuck, this nigga on some racist shit now? I ain't think that. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he doing. I'ma just ask him. So that's what that is. That's what's up. That's a good way to get that attention and that and the kind of rubbing in people's face when they start fucking up. It's fun. It's fucked up to me how
just make them realize, open their eyes. Everybody said they so fucking woke these days. Niggas kill me with this. Oh, what's up, Queen? What's up, King? Right. We stay woke. We stay woke. Nah, nigga, y'all niggas been asleep. And for the niggas that's out there that quote unquote say they woke, kiss my ass. Right. If you woke, do something about it.
That's why I'm saying, like, I told somebody not that long ago, I made a shirt that said break the cycle. It's got a father and a son. I sold maybe 3 shirts. And I'm like, it's funny to me how everybody liking this picture, everybody like this shirt, everybody like that and other. But these same motherfuckers got some designer jeans from a white person that don't give a fuck about black people.
Yeah.
They got Gucci. They worried about who got Michael Kors on. Mm-hmm. They worried about all this shit. And I'm like, but nobody's going to buy that. An actual statement, especially with all the fathers that's out there. Break the cycle, bro.
Nobody's going to support, what I said, nobody's going to support black-owned businesses. Nobody going to, if, say, all right, FUBU's out again. They come out with a collab and stuff and they getting FUBU shirts. You know how 90s fashion is coming back and all this shit?
Like the cross colors and all that?
Oh, yeah, all this shit. All these white kids and all these Asian kids and shit is going crazy for these 1980s rock shirts and all this shit. How come niggas ain't wearing FUBU? How come niggas ain't wearing fucking old shirts that got fucking, you know, Bobby Womack on or something like that? You know what I mean? Any type of old shit like that, but y'all can walk around with AC/DC shit on. Right. Y'all can walk around and no malice towards them and shit. I mean, the shit, you know, retro and cool and shit, but it's like, y'all not supporting, you know, you can be walking around with Tribe Called Quest shit on, you know what I mean? Right. Black Power shit, you know what I mean? If everybody was quote unquote woke, but y'all still walking around with Ferragamo belts, Gucci belts, Gucci glasses, y'all gotta have this and have that, man, fuck all that shit. Y'all niggas ain't fucking woke.
What's crazy to me is, I know motherfuckers, and when I first started selling the My Way hats, I'm like, they $10 a pop. $10? Dang. I'm like, it's $10 for a hat, dog. Yeah. Y'all will go get a hat with a sports team on it for $45, $50. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is that? I don't get it.
It's like you said, it's symbolism, materialism. If it's something that, if it's not benefiting them in any type of way, nobody cares. And it has to be directly benefiting them.
And like, I saw this quote from Will Smith. It said, we break our backs to make money, to buy things we can't afford for people that don't give a shit about us. No, to impress people that don't give a shit about us. It's like, that's so real. Why? Like, and you know what's going on, yet you still do it.
Yeah.
It's like a person smacking the shit out you and you're like, here, come on, love me, please, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Fuck out of here.
It's conditional.
Yeah.
That's why when I wear like this fucking skunk hat. Man, why you got this shit on? Why you got this on? Why you blah, blah, blah? Because I want to wear it.
Right. Because I feel like it, motherfucker.
Because I feel like you going to stop me from wearing it?
All right. It ain't to please you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's to do what I want to do. I don't give a fuck how goofy I fucking look to you, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
That's wild,
this to me is paying homage to old school hip hop. You know what I mean? To Shock G and motherfuckers who came up in the late 80s and shit. You know, the D-boys that was coming out in New York and shit, wearing furs. You know, the niggas up in Detroit and shit who still wear furs and shit. You know what I mean? This is me paying homage to that. It's like, that's the type of shit that I respect. You know what I mean? That's the type of fashion that I like.
That's why I say we're growing backwards, because it's like everything that you learn should be like, it's almost like reading a book. You read a book because you want to know what was written in there before you.
Oh yeah.
Like you want to learn from that. That's prior knowledge that's being passed from another person to another person. So if you got a rapper, he say he want to rap, but all he listened to is what's out today, he's not going to get better.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to go back and know your history, know where this came from, what feeling you felt from that, or what feeling they felt from that. Like, you got to go back and look at shit and be like, damn, why did people love Tupac so much? Matter of fact, this dude that was on my podcast named Kyle Beckmeyer, he never listened to Tupac, man. He was 22. He never listened to Tupac. Ain't his fault. But then I wrote down some albums. I'm like, dude, go back and listen to this, that, and the other. All he know from rap really is Eminem, for real.
Damn.
I'm like, go back and listen to this, that, and the other. And he came back. He was like, man, I wish I listened to more Pac, man. I'm like, yeah, you feel that, don't you? It's different. Yeah, it's way different. Yeah, it's way different.
Man, I was watching the other day. I'm glad you bought the young verse old nigga shit up. About the post that Slim Thug made about little niggas in the city and shit, not respecting, you know, the older rappers and shit that paved the way. And I see these little niggas get on there, they like, man, fuck you old niggas and such, y'all old nigga, you 27 and 30 and such, y'all some old ass niggas and blah 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 and all this, y'all ain't respect the homage and shit and all this. I was like, damn. You know, and not even only the niggas in Houston, but I see it around America a lot. You know what I mean? What's going on?
Getting the phone call.
Oh, okay. So I see it around America a lot. And it's like, all right. Usually, you know, people are like, all right, let the young niggas do, let them pave, let them do their own thing and such and blah, blah, blah. Cool. I understand that. Because when young rappers came out, you was like, oh man, this the new shit. We want to listen to this shit. This is the hot shit. This is what's going. Man, but we wasn't like, fuck them old niggas. We was like, damn, you know, what if they get on a track with, you know, Ice Cube, or what if they get on a track with motherfucking Rakim? This nigga spitting, you know what I mean? You wanted a Nas and Rakim, you know, collabo. You wanted a LL and motherfucking, you know, such and such collabo. Nowadays, they just like, fuck these old niggas. So it's like, all right, old niggas don't want to say nothing about it because they're like, oh, we don't want no issue. No.
They don't want to be looked at like they hating.
Yeah. No, fuck that. If you want change, just like you stood up to them old niggas beforehand, stand up to these to these young niggas the same motherfucking way.
Right.
Because if you know what you gonna do, you gonna push.
I give a fuck about your culture and something that you built. It's more than just money. Like, I was having this exact same conversation with Kyle the other day. I'm like, dude, the way it fucks me up, the way that 50 Cent is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But this same man, if Eminem and Dre come in the studio telling him, nah, that ain't it, he'll scrap it. Don't matter what he spent on it, no matter how he feel about the song, he just respect their opinion to that point. Like, they're the teacher at the end of the day. He like, fuck it, strap it. Let's work on something else, you know. And Eminem is that way with Dre. Dre is that way with I don't want to say that way, but Dre really values Jimmy Iovine's opinion.
Oh yeah, about a lot of things.
You want to know what's crazy? Dre is like over rap. You know, he's above and beyond hip hop, all this other shit. But at the same time, I saw I saw a documentary on Quincy Jones. And Dre was just bowing down, paying homage. This man worth $1 billion, but he just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting in here with the legendary Quincy Jones. Like, he don't even know how to act. He act like a giddy little kid. It's like,
it's because it's knowledge, man.
Right.
It's that, like you said, paying a homage. It's that respect level.
Right.
that he has for him. He knows the things that he's done. You know what I mean?
And time is value.
Yeah. And you're like, wow. You know what I mean? Even if I met Quincy Jones, I'm like, man, do you know?
Exactly. That's exactly what Drake said. He's like, do you know who you are, man? Yeah. Do you know who you are? Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, dude, I sit here and watch old 80 videos of you making these songs from straight instruments, from nothing. You know what I mean? Right. It's like, yeah, Quincy made that. You know what I mean? Or this is the reason why Michael Jackson is this, or this is the reason why, you know, this artist is this, and this is the reason why. I'm like, man, from that particular mind of a person comes all this. You know what I mean? And even sparking the mind of other people to be even more creative. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful spider web. You know what I mean?
And he was on there talking about, like, it's so weird to hear him talk about Stevie Wonder like as his kid, or he talk about, Ray Charles used to do this, that, and other, like telling the truth about these legends, these mythical people that we looked at like gods all this time. They like, no, they just people. They just nobody to him. And it's like, like Quincy Jones. He's like, oh yeah, I remember when Diana Ross started out, man. She's and you know, she was going through this and did that, you know. And he like, you know, I started out in Chicago, man. I ran into Al Capone one day and something like, I'm like, what the fuck? Quincy Jones be just, and I think that much living and that much touching people and that much changing the world right there. Just think about a song like Man in the Mirror. Look at all the lives he changed with just one song. Think about, what's the song that they did together?
Perspective. We Are the World.
We Are the World. Think about that. Now, take all of the shit that Quincy Jones did away, and what do we have? Just take that spark that he put into Michael Jackson with Off the Wall, and you won't even have that song. Yeah. The trickle-down effect from that dude was crazy, man.
Yeah. That's just one person, though.
Right. One fucking dude.
That's just one person.
And he talked about going overseas and how he changed music over there and then came back and how he worked with the Beatles and doing this. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. What is music without you?
Yeah. Music could be music, but it wouldn't be the way that it is set up now. You know what I mean? The way the things that we had, that we value. Mm-hmm. You know, the things that we value, the things we look for. You know what I mean? Because we can go turn on the Diana Ross, you know, oldie right now and get juke. You know what I mean? Or we can go turn on, you know, Michael Jackson, something that everybody, it don't matter where we at. We can be in the middle of motherfucking Times Square January 1st. And turn on a Michael Jackson song. What's going to happen?
And then look at the fact that we don't know how Quincy Jones' daughter changed Tupac. We don't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Or how she influenced him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
That shit crazy, man. Wow.
Yeah. That's what, like, you know what? I spoke to you earlier about this, is the power that people have and the power that people possess. When people have that type of power, that type of influence, and they use it towards good. You know what I mean? You can see the growth in it. You know what I mean? You can see what festers from it. So when a lot of people have a lot of power and influence and positivity and not all the negative shit, same way of me wearing the hat and stuff. That's what I was searching for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you can get all that power and that energy and shit and the way you feel and everything, but if you put all that shit you got bought up and all that anger and all that shit and put it towards something positive, just imagine what 10 of us could do.
Right.
Just imagine what 100 people with that same mentality can push for. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't think that way.
And that's another thing too. If you take the nucleus of hip hop was built on sampling older music.
Oh yeah.
And it's like these days they don't sample anything.
No, they throw that shit together.
I think that's part of why the shit is dying too.
You know what they sample? They come in, make a bullshit hook, and they sample themselves over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, so true. They'll find a sound like, ooh, that's a nice sound. Let me just keep repeating that motherfucker. And this how we gonna make the beat sound different. Yeah. What?
Change that drum right there. Put a flute in there.
Like I remember when they started really using the 808s crazy with Lex Luger. I'm like, now every song gotta be crazy with the 808. So you take that little sound that was in Fuck Up Some Commas Future track, that little that's on so many songs now. Yeah. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on.
I was listening to Stankonia the other day. Like I told you I was doing, you know, what I do is I pick one CD, one song, whether it be R&B, hip hop, from the 90s, from the 80s or whatever, and I listen through the whole album just to get the content and everything from that album to see where their mindset was. You know what I mean? Yeah. To see how more elaborate things was in the 90s or in the 80s, just to see if I can get something out of it. Because I couldn't listen to a whole CD or whatever from these new people. You know what I mean? Not even a whole song. And they shortened all the songs just so you wouldn't have to hear the bullshit.
Yeah, because everything is made for the club.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But who goes to the club?
I don't know. I don't. That's all I know. I don't know who's going to the fucking club. Who goes to the club?
Because where we from ain't no club. You know what I mean?
Right. This subject is something I've been wanting to touch on for a minute. And I just got a simple question. Like, what do you think went wrong with Ape Squad? Because with me, I'm always going to look at it and be like, okay, I'm going to reflect on myself. What could I have done better? I'm always going to try to approach it that way. That's just how I am, being someone that started this shit and being someone that eventually became the main focus in pushing the shit. And I'm always be like, what could I have done better? What could I have did this? What could I have done there?
So but then you want to be critiqued?
No, it ain't me. I'm going to critique myself.
Okay.
But for you, what do you feel like you could have did better? Or if you feel like you could have did anything
as far
better.
As like the whole Ape Squad movie, you know, I didn't come.
Yeah, you wasn't in the beginning.
I was like, I didn't come in the beginning because I was here when there was no street team.
Yeah. You
no
came,
street team, like nothing.
You came around the same time as Gutter. It was like the second wave.
Yeah.
The first one was just like, it
was like we was trying to rebuild at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was after you.
You can speak on it. You can speak. Hey, it is what it is. Shit. The shit is everywhere. Fuck it.
That's where you did poor buddy Greaser in the cut man in the corner.
That's that Loaded Lux line. I threw this nigga Greasy like a corner on the cut man.
Man, but yeah, they came after that fight. You know what I mean? And it was like. It was like, you know, I seen, you know, like I told you, I always have respect for you, no matter, you know, what the situation was, whether we were seeing eye to eye or not. And a lot of people don't know our history, and a lot of people, you know, some people do, you know what I mean? But I never let the history that we have affect what was going on between you and I, because I always hold you in high regards. As far as, for one, being a man, being talented, being a friend, and being a person, you know, that will be there for a person regardless of what's going on.
Right.
And, you know, and that reflects through Roscoe, you know. You know, I do, if I could do anything for him, or if I could do, or turn back the hands of time, you know, from us sending them houses together, you know, me talking to him, trying to get him, like, man, look, blah, 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 you know, but that's where my love for you come from, you know what I mean, through him. So it's like, that's why I wanted to see Ape Squad succeed and did everything that I could do within my power to see it succeed, with even putting myself at risk, you know, going to places I know I shouldn't be going to, you know, putting myself around people that I knew I shouldn't have been around, you know what I mean? Because I seen the betterment of Ape Squad. I seen the betterment of you and recognized your talent. I was like, you know, at the time, if I can't, you know, utilize my talents, I can push somebody else where I'm from to succeed. You know what I mean? And it's just like, over time, you know, shit happened. Life happened. You know what I mean? And it's just,
I think
we just got lost. I think as it went on, not only you, but we all started to lose traction and be like, all right, we're not getting anywhere. Because it was a new wave. For one, it was a new wave of music coming out.
Right.
And it was kind of hard to be like, all right, let's do this. And you know how resistant we was? Like, nah.
Yeah.
We old niggas. We ain't finna be on this waka flocka fucking bullshit. You know
Well,
what I mean?
Waka
This
Flocka
Yo Gotti fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? We don't want that sound. That's not the sound that we was going for, you know? You spit lyrics. You spit shit to make people think. You spit shit to make, you know, put shit on people's hearts and minds. Not this bullshit. You know what I mean? So I think that was a variable in it too.
Well, the way I see it, and this is where responsibility lies at my feet, and I accept it. I got to a point where it was hard for me to understand other people's position. Like, I look at it like, okay, I record, I mix, I do the video, come up with the concepts, I book shows, I do all this other stuff, and I didn't delegate responsibility. I just expected people to get in where they fit in because I was always of the mindset like everybody's not going to think like you. So you got to look at it like, even though if I was in that position, if somebody give me something to do just for the team, I'd be like, all right, cool, let's go. You know what I mean? Because I was in that position at one point. And that's how we started out with the Ape Squad thing. It wasn't until Winfield came to me in that room over there when we was hooking that room up. He was like, man, this shit don't make no fucking sense. He was like, why the fuck is we pushing all these niggas? We need to all get together and push you. And I think you was here that day. I think old dude from Illinois, the old nigga with the Cadillac, got his name. Think he was here. You was here that day. I think I came in here and I was like, this is what the nigga just said. But I didn't want to be. First of all, I didn't want to be in front of and being the main artist or whatever anyway, because I feel like that takes away from my time from pushing everything else, because everybody else don't know how to edit, they don't know how to mix, they don't know how to do all this other stuff. So I think in that way I was getting frustrated and I'm just like, now I gotta go do, even when I'm done doing my job as an artist, I gotta go do 4 other jobs. Yeah. So it was just like, why ain't these niggas getting this shit? Why they not picking up on this? Why they not doing this? Why they not doing that? That was my mentality at the time. But I realized everybody ain't going to have the same vision. Everybody ain't going to have the same drive. But you should utilize what they're good at instead of, as a leader, you should utilize what they're good at to help the entire team. And I wasn't thinking that way. I was like, man, I'm tired, man. So I'm looking for other rappers to write verses. You know what I'm saying? When we did the This Is Rise mixtape, I don't know if that was before you or whatever. Before you, I remember being in there with Lil A and Duran and I'm like, damn, I just finished the verse. Cool. I'm finna drop my shit, working on the next song. By the time I get done with the next verse and drop, these niggas still on the same verse. So I'm going outside, like, what the fuck y'all doing? Man, we took a little smoke break. I'm like, fuck all that. We gotta get this shit done, man. We ended up doing 28 songs in a week. 28 track. Well, I don't want to say 28 songs. It was some interludes and some skits. So it was like 23 songs in a week. But it's like that frustration just kind of built up over time. And I'm like, I'm tired, man. This shit should be working right now. This machine should work by itself at this point.
I think once I came about, I seen that, and I was like, man, I don't know how to edit. You know what I mean? I don't know how to do it, but I'll work the camera.
Right.
I'll get out here and
we'll get these shots, or I'll go scout.
Or you'll go be the hype man, shit like, you was feeling,
I'll hype on stage, or if I can help book, we go book, you know what I mean? Because I understood the frustration that you was having, especially at the time of what I was going through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm able to put forth the effort that I'm putting forth, when I came, you know, it was what, a month or two, it was still little niggas around here, they wasn't doing shit, and then poof.
Right.
It just ended up being me, you, and the other hoe ass nigga, and then turn around, boom. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then turn around, boom, just me and you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And that was something that was super difficult. And what people don't get, man, is this music that made me lose way more niggas than the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Way more music. Way more. Like, if I was in the streets and I'm doing all this fuck shit, I have way more friends, more motherfuckers ready to go do some dumb shit quick.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's like, yo, you talented. All right, figure out what else you're going to do besides just recording. Let's go. Yeah. Just, even if you got to make 10 phone calls a day, that's nothing. Do that and let's go. Or even if, like, these niggas were so prideful, I guess.
Yeah, ego.
They wouldn't even go places with me to put out flyers.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, you just want to make music, you don't want to sell it?
Yeah.
What are you scared of the stage for? This is what you want.
Confidence in themselves, you know what I mean? And I think what came about was you are such an alpha male that you have so many qualities about yourself and so many skills about yourself as far as the music and everything. It made people kind of feel inferior.
Yeah.
So even and I'll even say it, like, even when we went to go do the motherfucking the imp track. Remember we went over there to go do the M Nation track?
Oh yeah.
We went over there and we went over there to spit. The motherfucker was over there, yeah, what's this, blah, 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 and all this. And I just like, hey, look, I know what my nigga finna do. He finna get in here. He finna kill this shit. So I'm gonna hype you up. No. If a nigga ain't finna get in here and spit, you might as well not get in the booth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right. We come to do a job.
Bullshit.
Right.
Because at the time, you know, that was the thing. You get on the track, you get scraped, you gonna look bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's what it is. People just feel inferior to people that they feel that are above them or better than them at something or can do something better than them, instead of saying, hey, teach me how to do this. Show me how to do this. You know what I mean? Right. And I'm alpha enough to be like, all right, I'm an alpha male, you an alpha male.
Right.
You know this.
Yeah.
You done bumped heads.
Right.
But I'd be like, all right, cool. I can set my ego to the side. I know I don't know how to rap. I don't give a fuck. But I got the gift of gab. You want me to go talk to a motherfucker?
Right.
You want me to go slide in and try to convince a motherfucker to do some shit?
Right.
You want me to go do this? All right, let me utilize that. You know what I mean? I can be a Indian. You know what I mean? And a lot of people can't say, okay, I can't put my ego to the side and be like, let's work these parts of this here just so we can get this shit going. You know what I mean? And it's this is where it leaves you. You know, it leaves you by yourself.
I remember the track, Everybody is So Dope, and we did, I think there was 4 different versions of that. There was one with me and Lope.
Yeah.
There was one with, I put somebody else on there. And then the other one was just me and Gutter, and then eventually put Janae on there in the tray.
Was Pelican on it?
I don't remember.
I think he was on it, because I think he was on that,
That was Loc Hook. Like, we was on the way back from a show in Malden, and he just kept saying the shit in the song. I mean, in the car.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, let's do something with it. He was like, nah, let's do something with it. So we ended up doing something with it. Anyway, for whatever reason, he couldn't do the video.
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, here we got this girl. She got a following. We got this nigga. He's got a drive. You know what I'm saying? That's like been my little nigga since day one. And then it's like, I ended up writing that nigga verse. I ended up writing her verse. Only verse I didn't write was Trey's. That's the only verse I didn't write on that whole song. And then it just dawned on me. I'm like, all right, I got an album coming. That was the Thriller 2 album. I'm like, I got an album coming, and I'm just spending so much time worrying about everybody but me, and ain't nobody worried about me. That's the way I looked at it. So being fed up, tired, and at the same time being weak in a way, I let shit get to me, and I was just like, fuck it. I just slacked off. I didn't put the next mixtape out like it was supposed to. The Juggernaut mixtape didn't come out like it was supposed to because I'm too busy working on the fucking compilation. That shit came out and it did alright, but it's like it should have did way better, man. We should have did way more shit with that.
I think I don't understand what you're saying. I think our focus was elsewhere. You know what I mean? If we knew what we knew, if we knew back then what we know now, I think it'd have went a lot smoother. I think it went a lot easier. Maybe if we could have talked to, had more components, more people here that's willing to, to do shit.
Yeah.
Because really niggas wasn't doing shit with themselves. You know what I mean?
No, they wouldn't. And that's what got me. Like, everybody just wanted to wear the hoodie. Everybody just wanted to, fuck off or whatever. But it wasn't much going on. Like, in the beginning, I started out, it was A-Ray, it was Keelan, Nigel, Davon, bunch of niggas. And then it just, slowly but surely, everybody just started falling off and nobody was focused on the main goal. It was just all about bitches, parties, bullshit. You know what I mean? And I was just like, just being the older one, I was just sitting back just watching this shit unfold and just say, I'm not paying y'all niggas. Y'all don't owe me nothing. But at the same time, as a man, keep your word. Let's keep moving. That's the way that's the way it was to me. And then eventually I just got fed up. I think they wasn't grown yet, and I shouldn't have expected them to be grown. Yeah. But it's like they just wasn't thinking as a unit like we should have been. You know what I mean? Like Scooby, all of them. It's like they just wasn't thinking as a unit. I remember times with Scooby, and this is my nigga, but it was times with Scooby, he'll go off and just be on some other shit. Be like, damn, Scooby, what the fuck? You ain't with the team no more? And then he'd be like, no, it's forever, this, that, nothing. Then I see him repping some other shit. I'm like, okay. And then that shit that happened with the news, all of that shit, it all fell apart. Just imagine if niggas check their egos at the door. Like even niggas from Sykeston that we was working with, niggas from other towns. Like just imagine if they all check their ego at the door and just like Cobra is not Ape Squad.
That shit was hard, man.
Codeine is not Ape Squad. Codeine is a part of Ape Squad. And then the second that you get it in your head that that's what's going on, you can be open to what's going on. It's just almost like saying, oh, Cape is the whole Boo Hill. I ain't from Cape. Like, nah, nobody's saying that.
We had that discussion.
It's just as much my job to push you as it is your job to push yourself and your job to push me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why on the new poster I just posted, there's a reason why you got Kong behind Caesar. There's a reason why. Yes, Caesar is supposed to be the king. He's the ones that's held up. But I'm going to be behind everybody. Trust and believe that. I'm going to be the one that's pushing y'all the most behind everybody. It's a reason. We both kings in our own right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the way I looked at it. And this new group is going to have the understanding. Like, we're not having nobody here that's immature. We're not having anybody here that don't understand that, this shit ain't going to happen overnight. It might take months. It might take years before you get some money. But it's going to be a foundation built.
They have to have vision. Really? They got to have vision, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I knew coming in I wasn't getting paid. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't do this because, man, I'm going to get some money. I'm going to get paid to do this and such and such. I'm like, nah. This nigga say you want to rock, we going to rock. He ain't got nobody. I'm going to rock with him.
Man, nobody was getting paid.
Yeah.
And then, and you talking about niggas that straight off the street hustling. Yeah. Like, we came from nickel and diamond coming up with money here and there and just trying to figure it out. And I'm like young as fuck, just started having my own place and shit. I'm like trying to figure it out. But at the same time, if we had conducted ourselves like a company, like a unit, there was so much money left on the table, dude.
But we weren't educated like that.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Nah.
And I wouldn't try to down us and say we didn't have the smarts or the intellect to be educated like that. It just we were so driven. We had so much raw driven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, this is what we need to do. This is what we should have done. We should have just formulated a whole different way and just like, all right, let's go here, or go. Oh, this is where this finna be at. Let's show up and then let's drop 150, 200, 300 flyers on here or CDs on this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's go out to these places. Let's be out to these. Because at the time, I don't like being in clubs. Fuck it, I go to the club. You know what I mean? I just want motherfuckers to be in there. You know, I just want motherfuckers to be in there with me. You know what I mean?
That was something else too that I had to get through. Like, it's not all about what you want to do. Mm-hmm. It's not. Like I was so focused. If I get focused on something, I'm so focused on getting that goal accomplished. I'm like, nah, not right now. You know what I mean? Like, no, not right now. We got to get this done. But I should have been like, okay, you think we should do this? All right, let's do that for now. And then we're going to get back to this main goal. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because the whole thing remember when I was like, let's cross network. Let's go do this. Let's go do this. Or let's drop this verse on this. Or let's do this. Yeah. Just so we can get they fans. You know what I mean?
You're the reason why I did that shit with Amp Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was, at first, I'm like, I don't want to do that because
remember the whole Corey Bruce thing, you know what I
mean? Yeah, you hooked that up too, and that was right there that's right my favorite show ever. Just to give me an hour just to say fuck it, just do your thing with a live band. That's dope.
You know what I mean? It's just certain things like that. I didn't when I started seeing you feel a certain way, or I thought that you felt discouraged in a certain way. I was like, all right, you know, I come here, I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. No, let's not do this, or no, you know what I mean? Right. I respected it, and like, all right, I know he wants to get this done because that's what he wants. But then at the same time, if you want to push, or we need this, we're gonna have to stretch ourselves. You know what I mean? We had to stretch ourselves.
Right.
So that's why I reached out to all these different weird or different type of motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It's like, in order for us to get exposure, you got to have people to expose to. You know what I mean?
You know what else was my problem? And I was just like at a point where I'm like, we better than these niggas.
Oh,
we better than these niggas, and we doing better than these niggas, and we should be making more money than these niggas. What the fuck is wrong with us? And then I look around at shows, and the niggas that I'm with, they just like fanning out to other niggas. And I'm like, that's what's wrong with us. We don't believe in ourselves. Yeah. Like, I remember taking Lou down to a show, and I think that was his first time signing the autograph. And he was just like, man, these people love us, man. I'm like, yeah, get out, see some shit, bro. Yeah. We better than these niggas, man. We actually have talent. We actually have character. We have all of that shit. We're unique. Let's go. And at that time, that was towards the tail end of it. And I'm just like, it's almost like Cash Money. When everybody left and it was just Baby and Lil Wayne. That's what I was trying to do at the time. But I was so focused on the wrong shit. Fucking catching cases, all this shit. And I was just like, it just fell apart. That was a failed relationship with a little girl involved. That was situations where going through shit with the police and all this shit, and then me and Gutter getting into it, and that nigga getting locked up. Like, it was just so much shit, man. I was like, we dead.
Man, when you
Sheree was gone.
When you say that, it's just like, just like, damn.
There's a lot of shit at once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, man, Sheree gone now. Like, everything was falling apart. Everything. And part of me was just like, and you know, I went through that long stretch where I couldn't have nobody over here. Cause I was dealing with something at that time. So it was just like constant. So I just fell back from everybody. You know what I mean? And I guess at the time I didn't have a kid, but I didn't look at your situation and sympathize with you about you having
trying to get my life back.
Right. Having a lot of kids and shit. And I was just like, damn, man, what the fuck happened? But now it took all of that. It took me getting myself right financially. It took me getting my mind right. The music is great. It took all of that shit and that knowledge to be able to get to a point where I'm just like, we ready like a motherfucker. And I swear to God, this shit gonna work this time, nigga. Ain't nothing gonna stop it. If I got something to do with it.
I'll tell you a story real quick.
So,
remember that night I came knock on the door and it had been a while since we had talked?
Yeah, we was talking on the porch.
And
I think Chop was here with
Yeah, he was there. You know what I did before I had came over here?
Right.
I quit my job.
Oh, yeah? Damn.
I walked out on my motherfucking job.
I ain't never know that.
Because for one, I don't know if I seen somewhere or whatever, and I think that was around the time when your grandma had passed and shit. And I think and at first I didn't know, but then I found out and I was like, damn, you know, I'm gonna when I get time, I'm gonna holler at him. I was working at Half Code. This was like right around the time I was healing because I had snapped my wrist.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. I went to work. They fucked me over at work because they weren't helping me and shit. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I stopped the whole machine. I shut down the whole factory. Told them motherfuckers, fuck everybody, and walked out. I left from there, came right over here because I wanted to be like, bro, I love you. I ain't abandoning you. I'm sorry. You know.
And that was something that really fucked with me. I ain't lie. Because
I know. And
it was like, I remember when your grandma passed.
Yeah.
I was right there. Like, bro, whatever you need, like, just let me know, checking on you. And then at the same time, people didn't know it, but I was going through that situation with the little girl and going through that situation with her mama and all that. And then I had just lost 2 jobs within the same day. I mean, the same 2 or 3 days, and my grandma passed the next day. So it was like everything was falling apart. Nigga, I went in that room and punched holes in the wall, punched holes in the doors. Like, I just went in there and just went off, nigga, and hands bloody. I didn't give a fuck. I was that gone, you know what I mean? I was that stressed out. And I'm like, ain't nobody here no more, man. Wasn't nobody around but me and Kat.
I ain't want you to feel like I gave up on you, man. I even told, Kathy that, and I was like, it wasn't that. It was just I was going through a whole bunch of shit at the time, and I couldn't get over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So as soon as I quit, that's the first thing that clicked in my head. I was like, man, let me come over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we hadn't talked. I remember it was hella time where
shit, I was going through it, nigga. I
remember that, but I ain't know. You ain't say shit.
Yeah, I know. I was in a car wreck. My grandma died. Got locked up. Kids took. You know what I mean? And then it's just like one thing after another. Being homeless and then going through. You know what I mean? And shit. And it was like, goddamn.
It was a minute, man, where it was just me and Gutter, nigga. We was just going and shit. And then that nigga had pulled that bullshit, man, and went and kicked in that place and did what he did and put me under the microscope behind some shit that he did. And I was like, damn, bitch ass nigga. Know what I mean? Like, that fucked me up. I'm like, bro, we out here actually making moves, nigga, now. We making moves now. You gonna go fuck it all up. And that was, at that point, I was like, fuck out of here, man. Bye, dog.
Yeah, I don't want you to ever feel like that I gave up on you, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know what I mean? And that's my fault, but I'm man enough to be like this, I was going through this shit, but then when we was on the porch, that's why I came. I was like, I'm not coming to ask you for anything. I don't need nothing from you, you know what I mean? I just want you to know, if you need something or you need, I'm here. I'm not going to leave you stranded like that, regardless of whether we don't talk for, 2 years. If you call me in the middle of the night, I need. You know what I mean?
Do you remember when I did that video in the car? I was talking about Gutter, you, Sean. I was talking about everybody, I think. It was a video I did in the car on YouTube. I put it on YouTube. But I remember that night, that was a night where everything was done with old girl. Everything was done with that situation. Then she went and posted on Twitter. She just got off the phone with you. I was like, why the fuck are they talking? Like what the fuck is that about? You know what I mean? You don't remember that? That was a long time ago. But I was like, damn, I'm really by myself now. You know what I mean?
You talking about St. Louis?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's that night. That night is when I started working on the Pressure, the first mixtape.
Yeah, no, that wasn't.
First Pressure mixtape.
What the fuck was that? Oh, I think she had called me and asked me something, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, no.
And she probably made it seem like it was more than what it was, but I was like, man, what the fuck, nigga?
No, hell no.
Like, this is my dog. What is he talking to this bitch for? But
Nah,
that's where I was coming from with that. And I just said, fuck it. You gonna go back to doing what you do best. Go rap, nigga. Out rap these niggas. That's when I dropped the Pressure One and just started spitting, nigga. And to me, that's the best thing that could have ever happened to me musically. You know?
No, I had actually I had spoke about that with somebody back in the day, and I was like, I hope that ain't the reason, because I told you the whole thing with Lance. Me and Lance had fell out.
Mm-hmm.
When old female, some girl said this about you. I mean, said that I said something about it. Well, go get her.
Mm-hmm.
Go get her. You can call on three-way.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to speak ill about. You know what I mean? You bring the motherfucker here, and if it was something or you thought it was something, then let's ask. I'm the person that'll bring it. Come on, bring it to the table. You know what I mean? Because that's not something that I do. Even when, and even when motherfuckers was going against you and we wasn't talking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we wasn't seeing eye to eye. Motherfuckers was mad because I'm like, nah. I don't give a fuck how mad you get at this nigga. I'm not finna go help you beat this nigga up because you pussy. And I respect him. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I thought that would, I should always think that would be enough for you to be like, okay, this nigga wouldn't go, go against me like that. Even if we enemies, you know what I mean?
I remember the day I saw you in Walmart.
I will always hold a high respect for you, especially on that. Not even if we stop talking tomorrow, I mean, like, the motherfucker be like, oh, what's up with you? And I'm like, well, shit, fuck that nigga. I ain't talking to him right now. It is whatever. But if you needed me, you know what I mean?
It was, I remember that day in Walmart. I was just like, what, man? You still mad, man?
Oh, when I sleep? Because of the shit that happened out by the store. I'm like, man, this nigga keep fucking with me.
What happened by the store?
I seen you by the store. You just kept mugging. I was like, man, this nigga keep mugging. I was with Keisha. I was like, man, this nigga keep mugging me. I said, man, look, I'm already on the edge. I'm like, this nigga keep mugging. I'm going.
No, it was that day at Walmart when we finally talked.
Yeah, because I was
like, what, man? You still mad, man? I was smiling and shit, but I was like, I don't want to beef with this nigga no more. You know what I mean?
I thought you was on one.
Nah.
That's why when I was walking past the aisle and I see you, I was like, hold on. I was like, I'm in reverse because anywhere. I'm like, what's up? I just wanted to see what was up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we got a fucked up ass, man. Hey, we might as well throw the shit out there, man. We fought a couple times.
Yeah.
And what we fought? Twice? Yeah, twice. Was it?
Twice?
No, it was three times. Three times. We fought 3 times. It was junior high school, and elementary.
Yep. You know what? That's what pissed me off.
What's up?
Because I don't know how I got in trouble, but I ended up having to get on the wall. You remember that shit?
No, you wasn't on the wall. I was, and you was talking shit. That's what happened.
On the wall?
I was on the wall.
No, I think
I'm like, nigga, don't think I won't come off this wall.
Oh yeah, no, that was David Burke was talking shit. First,
probably.
I was trying to get at him because he kept talking shit. And I was like, man, shut your ass up, man. I was like, go on somewhere with that shit. Well, I ain't say it back then, but I was like, go on. And I guess you thought I was talking to you, and you said something. I'm like, man. Shut up! I ain't trying to hear that. Don't think I want. Okay.
And then what killed me is 2 times we got into it was because of Levon.
Was it because of
the first time? Remember the breakfast line? Levon was arguing with you in the breakfast line or whatever. He came, told me. We ended up getting to it. Then after that, it was Levon again. It was on the bus, I think, and then. He came and told me, and then we got into it at the junior high.
We fought here.
Yeah, I know, but we got into it at the junior high. Yeah. Then we ended up fighting at the bus stop because you lived on Frederick.
Yeah, we lived. Yeah, I lived right there.
Where was I living at? I was about to get off at grandma's house.
You lived deep. You wasn't even supposed to be on a fucking bus.
No, I wasn't. I was living on.
That's how I knew. That's how I knew it was some bullshit.
But I used to ride over there all the time. But at the time, there wasn't no 71. There wasn't no bridge and none of that shit. Because I remember it started raining as soon as we got finished fighting, and I ran across.
Nigga, it started raining
all the way to grandma's house.
It started, because Frederick ran into Rainey, right into Rainey,
right into Rainey.
Nigga, I had some brand new motherfucking K-Swiss that my daddy got me, nigga. And as soon as I stepped off the bus, I'm like, I felt the raindrop. I was like, yeah, this finna be some bullshit. Right. I seen all these niggas getting off the bus. I was like, man.
It's like, fuck it, nigga, we about to scrap. Hey,
shit. I was like, shit, it is what it is. What's up?
After that, I had, it was, you and Amanda was at alternative school, and I was still going to Central. And she came and said, you was talking shit about me then. I'm like, damn, why this nigga all up in my business?
It wasn't even me. Her and I think Cherie ended up getting into it. And Cherie put me in that shit. She was like, man, such and such and blah, blah, blah. She was like,
couldn't stand my ass.
She was like, well, fuck you. Well, such and such. He tell Jamala that. I was like,
man.
Oh. See, and then so Amanda stood up and was like, so what's up?
What you trying to say?
I'm like, what you mean? What the fuck you mean?
Amanda was my chick at the time.
Like, she was like, so what you mean? I'm like, so what you mean? They're like, bitch, I ain't saying nothing. Right. I know you ain't talking to me like that. Right. I'm like, look here, bitch. Fuck you and fuck that nigga.
Right.
Tell the nigga
and she came and told me and shit. And we happened to be on our way to the Osage. And we see what color car you said? Was it green or blue or something like that?
You called my phone, nigga.
And his girl name was Amanda too at the time.
It was green. I think it was.
I was calling, and then I ended up seeing the nigga. We was on Kings Highway. And I flagged him down.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
I had that red talent. And this bitch, man, she killed me, man. I could have left that scene and everything. Went to jail. She took my fucking keys, man. You know, I ran into her. I ain't talked to her in 2 years. I ran into her twice in 2 days. Yeah. That was the craziest shit ever. I'm like,
but you know what? That's after all that shit right there. Mm. That's when I was like, well, before we even got to fight, that's when I had fell, like literally that weekend and knocked my tooth out.
And it sure was.
And fucked myself up. And I was
like, man, your tooth was.
I was like, man, I ain't finna fuck all this. I was like, I'm going all the way out. Fuck it. I'm going all the way out.
I remember that.
So, I was like.
My first time going to jail, for real. Grown up jail.
But you know what? That's when I said I respected you because when you hit me on the phone, it was like, nigga, wherever we at, nigga, instead of sitting, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
scrapping.
Yeah. I'm like, nigga, I hope you know. I'm with it.
Yo, we used to be with the shit.
I'm with the shit, nigga. I said, nigga, wherever we at, nigga, Walmart, police station, nigga, pull up. We there.
Right.
Hey.
We was under that ass, nigga. Motherfuckers be sleep,
but
nigga.
For real, we, as youngest man, and even now, but even as youngest man, we for real was with the shits.
Right.
Niggas don't even know. That's why I was like, man, look, calm down, man. You don't, man, you owe that. All right, nigga, I'll beat your motherfucking ass.
And fuck your daddy
scrape
up.
you right there on the spot, nigga. You better believe it. Look, don't get it fucked up. Nigga still in shape.
Yeah.
Nigga still in shape to get in your ass, bro.
But you know, that's when I said, man, I respect you because you the only nigga that ever be like, call or say you gonna do something and not have to have 1,000 motherfuckers around.
I never did that.
You know what I mean? Or have to have, you know, help from this motherfucker or help from this motherfucker.
Right.
And then I was like, man, regardless of what the fuck, and not on in that aspect, not the only aspect, you know why they let us go?
Wow.
Because I ain't say a motherfucking word.
And I know
you didn't either.
Right.
And you know they was like, so what's going on? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, look, man, I was out there just trying to change the tire and then shit just happened. What?
Right. Nigga, we was on shit. Where the bottle come from? Where the flashlight come from? I don't know. The fuck, nigga? I don't fucking know. Nigga, I went right back. I was like, nigga, put me in a cell with AC, man.
Yeah,
we was in that bitch drunk all night. Like, fuck that shit. Cause, no, I remember when they took you up first, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, damn, cuz, what the fuck you going? What's going on with you and shit?
Oh yeah,
I think you was bleeding from somewhere. It was your nose, or eye, something like that.
I got scratched or something. Shit.
Right, you scratched the shit out of my neck, nigga. I look like a fucking bear did that to me. But anyway,
it was rough at the time. Shit,
so look, I remember that was, nigga, that was the longest fight I ever been in my life, nigga. We was tired of the bitch.
Hey, I ain't gonna miss. Oh, look, on life, man. When it came to the end, and that Steve pulled up,
he was happy.
No, nigga.
I was like, man, nigga, this shit over with.
No, nigga, I stood up because I ain't know who he was, and I was like, oh shit. That's why
that shit was long.
Look,
nigga.
that's why I kept backpedaling. I said, as soon as this nigga get in ring, I'm finna get.
Nah, then he was like, get that nigga, fuck him up. I was like, yeah, okay. It ain't over with, fuck it.
Nigga, hey, we fought like gladiators that day.
Right, we fought for a long time, nigga. That was like a 7-minute fight, nigga. That bitch was long. So look,
Steve, I was like, nigga, as soon as he run up, cause I ain't know who the fuck I hadn't seen him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, man,
Steve is my dad for those.
He just hopped down and he was like, yeah. I was like, damn.
He was like, get that nigga.
Yeah, he's a fresh. I was like, all right, fuck it, shit. I'm out here.
All right.
Mike Tyson did, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna catch him. Then that nigga was.
What's crazy? That last time we locked up, we was so fucking tired, nigga. Both of us just fell, nigga. And we fight, nigga. We so fucking tired, nigga. My arm was weak, nigga. I was like, yo, we just laying the ground, nigga. Trying to choke. Yo, that shit crazy. I swear on my life, nigga, I was so fucking, I never been that tired. I thought my heart was gonna bust. I was tired of the bitch, nigga. I was out of shape and shit. Nigga, this after school and shit, so you know, you ain't really in sports like that no more, shit. Nigga, I'm tired of the motherfucker.
Man, I was hustling and I was still doing shit, going to the gym and shit, but it wasn't like how it was in school.
Then your baby mama gonna lie, talking about I was trying to hit y'all child. I'm like, man, I ain't even seen no fucking baby,
I didn't hear her say that, but man, you know what I was so pissed off about though?
What?
That's when Patron first came out.
Oh, that big ass bottle.
And I bought that bottle of Patron. I was like, yeah, I'm finna buy this because motherfuckers like, this is the very first bottle. I was like, man, stop lying.
Right.
He was like, no, this is the Patron. This is what everybody been talking about. Because the music came out, like, man, give me that bottle.
Yeah,
and he's
young
like, I just
Jock was talking about
bottle.
Patron and shit.
I mean, look, I was like, go ahead, give me that bottle. Big ass bottle of Patron.
Right.
Nigga, I drove around to every store to see if anybody had it. Y'all got Patron? Y'all got Patron? I'm like, no, I got the very first bottle of Patron.
Damn.
Broke that motherfucker. God damn.
Hell yeah.
I
we was at it though. And that's what I was saying, like, fuck all of this talking, man. Motherfuckers know, nigga, I'm finna go. Period. I don't want to hear it. No, we going, nigga. And that's it. I remember that day you gotta come closer to the mic.
I hear you.
I remember that day when if you want to, just adjust it a little bit. I remember that day when we was in the club. I think that was last time. No, that wasn't the last time I was in the club with you. Last time I was in the club with you was in Vegas. But I remember that day we was in the club and Dex was down here.
Oh,
that's when he had
Dex
pulled
on that setup shit.
He had pulled that bullshit with the dog. And I see some niggas that I got problems with, but I'm like, all right, man. Trying to, let the shit go. Nigga come over there smoking this mug, and I'm like, man, that nigga do that.
You went there before?
This was at the 30.
Yeah.
I like
I'm
that.
talking about Dex had hit me and was like, hey, look, I'm here. All right, cool.
All right.
Dex knew.
Terrence had just left.
The office like, Dex knew. Dex knew if I had been there, if I was coming there, I was gonna be like, fuck it. Just say fuck it and come on, let's do it. You know what I mean?
You was there.
I know.
Oh.
That's why he called me. I'm like, all right, Dex, you on some bullshit. As soon as I see him, and then he was like, man. I was like,
man, that nigga come over here one more time. I'm finna get his ass. And that nigga walked past. I was like, fuck. Walked over there. I remember I had on the red Ape Squad hoodie. Mm-hmm. And I had just bought that St. Louis Cardinals red and light blue hat, man. And man, that nigga got to talking like, yeah. Like, turn the hat backwards, man. I'm like, fuck. Lit into his motherfucking ass.
I was like, damn. I was like, man, I looked at that. Well, I turned around because I ain't see it jump off. I was like, damn. I'm like, oh shit. Well, it was like, yeah, we finna know the fuck y'all not.
Right.
No, the fuck y'all not.
Them niggas still bust my head with a bottle. I got kicked in the jaw.
It was a lot of niggas though.
Right. It was a lot of.
It was a lot of bitch ass niggas, but it was a lot of niggas there. I'm like, no, nigga, I'm pushing niggas back. Dex trying to move, nigga. We trying to move, nigga. I'm trying to grab you so motherfuckers ain't.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, fuck all that.
I tried to take his motherfucking eye out. I really did. I tried to pull that nigga whole eyeball out. But anyway, that's old shit. I'm a docile human being.
But even today, motherfuckers get on some bullshit.
Right.
You know what? I think that's what a lot of people problems was. I mean, a lot of people issues at first when I started coming around. A lot of motherfuckers didn't like me. I wouldn't even say didn't like me, just didn't know how to take me. Didn't take my sarcasm or say, take the things that I say, and everybody like, right. Oh well, this old punk ass nigga, we got an issue and such and such. No, I ain't no punk.
Bro, you know what it was, man? We was two loners, we was two nerds, but we was street niggas. That's what it was. And then I remember even going all the way back to MG Lot. May Green leaders of tomorrow. Who was the president? Who was the vice president?
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100. This shit been like this from day one. That's what it is. And that's why niggas always have an issue with me. Cause I'm not finna sit up here and lie to you. I'm not gonna smoke with you.
Keep it blood raw.
I'm not finna move like y'all niggas. I never move like y'all niggas. I'm not finna sit up here and talk like y'all. I'm not gonna stand on no block all day with you niggas. I'm not doing none of that. I move different, man, and niggas hate that.
Yeah.
That's the same way they act with you.
It even reflects through today how people, interact with me or interact with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I guess a lot of people be like how you be saying how a lot of people was afraid to come ask you stuff or afraid to come. I hear that about me. They was like, oh man, we thought you was just an asshole, or we just thought you was mean, or we just thought you was just like, why think instead of just coming and say something? Right. Like, do you know how much further you could have been just by asking me a certain question or us getting together and figuring out what we could do to make something happen or make something shake? You know what I'm saying? Shit, them days that can't come and go. But shit, we could have made,
That's a nigga from St. Louis. And don't get offended at the word nigga, because we use it every day. But anyway, that's a nigga from St. Louis. His name was like Mophead or some shit like that. Mophead Do Dirt, think that's his name. But
man, it sound like they banging on it.
Yeah, it sounds like they fighting outside. We do this podcast in the hood, trust and believe that. But yeah, so he got in contact with Janae. Like, he wanted me to shoot a video for him. And he said something, and I was like, I didn't reply. Yeah. It wasn't on purpose. I just was busy at the time. And then I hit him back later, and he had sent another message. It's something like, I could tell you don't want to work with me, and you didn't reply. I'm like, nigga, I was busy. If you can't wait, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And I said that to him just thinking that's just the regular way I talk to people. Yeah. And he was just like, he went back to her, was like, man, that nigga act like a gorilla for real, man. That nigga mean. I'm like, well, what motherfucker you came at me? Like, you came at me talking about, if I ain't want to, nigga, please, if I don't want to talk to you, I'm not going to talk to you, period.
Yeah, I tell you, nigga, no, I can't do it. Bye.
Right. I'm just going to let you know. Nah, I'm done. Nah, I ain't doing that. I just didn't know, and I was busy at the time. You know how shit pop up, and this is before they was on the phones, the messenger and shit. Yeah. So the shit just popped up, and you just look at it, whatever, keep it pushing. It's on your computer screen. So I was gonna hit dude back, but he was like, "Man, that nigga mean as a motherfucker. I'm wrong with him. He got attitude problem." All right, that's crazy. I ain't no attitude problem. I'm just looking at it like, if I'm busy. You have a problem with me being busy? Okay, nigga, we got a problem then. Yeah. That's just common sense.
A lot of people say he's like, a lot of people say this. It was like, that's why you and Cobra get along. I know why. Because y'all assholes.
Yeah.
I was like,
didn't Sasha say that?
Yeah. I was like, why would you say that? He said, because y'all like the only people that can like tolerate each other and not get angry about it.
Right.
Or offended about it.
Man, that fucked me up how sensitive motherfuckers is now.
Yeah.
It was something said. I'm like, why are you offended? Nobody said nothing bad to you. Relax.
Yeah.
That's why I think, man, we need to start doing social media fasting.
No, we need to start whooping people's asses. That's what we need to do.
True. I told somebody that one day. I'm like, you come in this motherfucker all the time talking shit about this person. Mm-hmm. If they get on your nerves like that, hit them in the mouth, man.
Yeah.
Hit him in the fucking mouth. He'll cut that shit out. They constantly doing that shit to you because you let them.
I told my kids shit that the other day. Like, don't sit out there and argue with motherfuckers. I said, because they just want to show. They want a lot of motherfuckers be around just in case something pop off and get to whooping that ass. They want somebody to pull you off of. Mm-hmm. I said, catch their ass in the bathroom. Right. Slide your ass in that motherfucker.
Right.
You got
nobody around. Yeah.
What's up? And now I guarantee you, they're going to be like, you know what? I don't want anything. All right, then. Mm-hmm. You still might have to bust that ass. But
right.
Shit, man.
You don't like Michael Myers in that bathroom, nigga. You see that? The new one?
No.
Oh, never mind. When he put in work in the bathroom.
Man, that teacher that whooped that kid ass.
I ain't see that.
Man. So, this little freshman, sophomore, some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Dude asked him to leave the class because he ain't went in proper attire. So the Mexican dude come up, he just hella talking, just talking. Throw a basketball at him. Hit him in the back with the basketball. Blah, 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 just going.
Talking shit to the teacher?
Yeah, dude 64. He was like, man, you ain't gonna do shit. Blah, 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 blah. Just going. Man, the teacher was like, nigga, man, fuck this. Stick.
I don't know. I'm gonna find this shit.
When I seen it, man, I was like, damn. Cause you know how the media do. They'll cut the shit down to where he just all of a sudden he's just there and just showing us a part where he just stick him and just keep whooping.
It was in a classroom?
Yeah, it was in a classroom. Let me see.
California music teacher.
Yeah. He was steady going, yeah, pal, such and such, blah, 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 just going. And he was like, stick.
Hold on. Yeah, he talking big shit. Got me being bitch.
Yeah. You ain't do nothing.
Everybody said that shit, my nigga. Bro, they like shit, bro. Stop lying, nigga. You the one lying, bro.
Talking hella shit.
Bro, stop lying, my nigga. You know you said that shit, bro.
Yeah, take the glasses off.
He's gone.
What's up? You ain't talking shit.
He went for a minute though.
See that sneak?
See that bomb on the shit? There you go. Get his ass again. He stuck his on that.
Yeah, he did. He got that stick.
There you go. Yeah. Come on, stop, nigga. Fucker, stop.
Did you see that jump? Try to jump in the end.
See that still piecing them up? yeah, they try to jump. Hey, you gonna run.
Yeah. It's all right, Blacc. It's all right.
Look, he looking for the other one.
Yeah. Who hit me? Who hit me?
Hey, man. I love that shit, man. Man, look, we gotta step on that. Look, I love that shit. All right? Fuck all you pussy ass parents out there. All you people getting an attitude and all this other shit, man. Fuck all that shit. I love that shit. Dude beat his ass and he deserved that shit. Fuck that little kid,
They
man.
raised $40,000 for that dude because they was trying to fire him. They raised $40,000 for his salary.
Man, he deserved that. Fuck that motherfucking kid.
Because a lot of people are getting tired of the disrespect that these kids is giving out.
Right. I'll go donate. Where's the GoFundMe?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I'm putting some money into that.
I was like, yeah. I was like, dude.
Crack ladder.
I mean, for one, everybody's like, oh, there's no reason he should warrant it by hitting that kid. First of all, if you, as a parent, did your fucking job, your kid wouldn't be mouthing off and talking shit to a grown man like that.
Right.
Or
Especially
any type of grown,
teacher.
yeah, or any type of grown person like that. Because for one, if I talk to a teacher like that, nigga, I'd have got beat up. Man. Hey, matter of fact, the other day I seen Mr. Ellis at Walmart.
I seen him at Walmart too about a month ago.
I said, "What's up, Mr. Ellis?" He was walking. He stopped. He stopped
told
being
me his whole
track.
damn life story. I'm like, damn, nigga.
He said, "Man, how are you?"
Yep.
He came up, gave me a hug and
It's
stuff.
like, I'm
He's
doing
like,
all right. I'm worried about my wife.
and
Yep.
being sick and
Yeah.
stuff. Man. Yeah, he told me that shit. I was like, yeah, man, blah blah blah. He's like, nah, I know I didn't have you in class, but where I was like, May Green. I was like, I was there when I was coming when like your last year with principal,
Right.
and then Dr. Cofield podcast took over. You know what I mean? And, man, and he felt good just because motherfuckers noticed who he was. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, do you know just being there a year, the things that you
and he
said.
looked the same.
Yeah, the same. As the things you said, the things you talked to us about, you know what I mean? The knowledge is power and everything.
Kept it 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real shit.
That was our, well, he wasn't as
I remember
to the
he paddled-
extreme of Joe Clark, but he, that's our Joe Clark.
All right. I remember he paddled Miranda motherfucking ass, nigga. I was like, damn, grown ass black man beat on a white girl. Like, you'll never see that shit today.
Hey, he was with the shits.
Right.
He was with the shit. You knew it too. Oh,
Right.
yeah. Man, I remember I think he paddled that Monroe one time. Acting up.
Straight up.
I was like, man,
He got that Mike Hill one time. I remember.
man.
He snatched that nigga whole arm out of his socket. Looked like pulled that nigga up, snatched him on out the into the hallway. It's like, yeah, you better shape up. So I'm like, yeah, we need that, bro.
Yeah.
We fucking need that. And I can't stand these pussy ass parents saying you can't whoop the kids, you can't do. Man, let me tell you something. And then on the flip side of it, if I'm the student and I got whooped by the teacher, nigga, I ain't finna be like, mama. No, I'm embarrassed. Like, damn, I done let this old teacher put hands on me,
64 years old.
Right. Like, I'm embarrassed at that point. You
supposed
should be embarrassed.
When I was, what was it, 14? 14, 15, that's what they say it was. Nigga, I whooped a grown man. You know what I mean? Like, scrape the shit out of a grown man.
I swear to God, nigga.
And he wasn't 64.
I fought grown niggas too at 15, 14.
You know what I mean? Well, shit,
Right.
we done fought a hell of niggas.
All right, cool. Man,
We should have
slept grown niggas, everything.
We should have whooped that nigga at that motherfucking hotel that night.
What you talking about?
Oh, what y'all want some? Y'all what y'all want some? Huh?
What
You better
hotel?
back up, nigga. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that. What happened?
You remember that Heather Brown at the hotel?
Oh, I wasn't there.
You wasn't there?
That was Dex now.
Oh man,
I wasn't there.
Yeah, nigga, Duran was scared as a motherfucker.
Yeah, Frank.
Nigga. I'm like, nigga, we should have whooped that nigga.
Nah, that wasn't me. But yeah, man.
He said that.
I'm glad I seen that shit. Get his motherfucking ass beat, nigga. He deserved that shit.
Yeah.
He deserved that and a half, nigga. Fuck that damn kid.
That's all I got to say. And it's like so many parents is, oh, you better do this or you better not do this and they better not do this. Man, look, fuck you and your kid. For real. I done had this conversation with many grown-ups. Kids be like, yeah, your kid is this and such and such. So you mean to sit up here and tell me you want me to whoop my kid, but your kid out here cussing, doing all this shit? Nah, bitch. Get your kid together. Nah, bitch ass nigga, get your kid together. Cause best you believe you me. My kid get to doing something, I'm whooping that ass. I'm disciplining, I'm whooping that ass in my home. I'm not finna do it for your enjoyment. But as far as the subject at hand, I'll take care of my kid later. Now, what did you do and what did your kid do and how you gonna take care of that? Because if you can't, the next time your kid say something, I'm gonna whoop your kid ass.
Right.
And if you got a problem with it, I'm gonna beat you the fuck up.
Right. I mean, like, I'm a big advocate for that. Like, I'm not into seeing my kid get mistreated or whatever or anything like that. But at the same time, if I trust you with my kid, I trust you to discipline my kid too.
Exactly.
And I'm like, and I told the lady at the daycare that because, you know, she been knowing my family for years. It's that and that, like, I trust her. She ain't gonna mean no harm or whatever. The second he start acting up, this, that, and other.
Whoop his ass.
Right. It's cool. She like, no. I'm like, no.
No,
Whoop
like,
his
I don't
motherfucking
call
ass.
police, bitch.
Right.
Whoop his motherfucking
Whoop
ass.
his ass, man. He deserved that shit.
Don't beat him, but whoop him. Discipline him.
Yeah, right. I have no problem with that. I can't stand these pussy ass parents. They always focus on today. Yeah. I'm focused on the fact that this nigga is going to be a man someday.
Yeah.
I'm not focused on just right now. Okay, his feelings hurt. So the fuck what?
Yeah, that's like
get over it.
That's like going to your grandma's house and shit. Mm-hmm. We doing something or we on the back of something. Her, get your ass down.
Right.
Get down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling my daddy on you because you cussed it. No.
Ain't nobody doing that to Herschel.
Yes, sir.
Nobody doing that to Herschel because he'll shoot your motherfucking daddy. Period.
Like, look, what you say? Yes, sir. My bad. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shit.
Matter of fact, I remember we got that nigga Gutter when we was little, right? Gutter all in his grass. He don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, he came up with that belt. That nigga was so quiet and sneaky. Man, all you see is before he do it, swag, swag. I told your ass not to go at Grandpa grass, nigga. Yeah. That nigga was crying when he got his mama. His mama didn't have no words. She didn't want no smoke. No. Period. Hey,
that's
it is what it is.
And even now, I always got respect for older people. You know what I mean? Even if I'm out there, you know, I'm 31. I get it, be like, yeah, you know, I don't give a fuck and such and such. And then I see an old person. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I don't mean to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mean to curse in front. It's all right, baby. No, I'm not gonna curse in front of you because I wouldn't cuss in front of my grandma. I'm not finna cuss in front of my aunties. You know what I mean? So
thank you.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it respectful because you know what I mean? Because you are who you are, regardless of. Right. You know, if you was whatever the fuck you was back in the day, you are an elder to me, so I'm going to give you that respect.
Right.
And as soon as you leave, though, you know.
That's why we telling these
back to the
these days. Like, I think I'm pretty well respected with these little niggas, but it's like every now and then you run into one. It's like,
oh yeah,
bro, I done been through most shit than you can think of. Don't let the fact that a nigga just don't want to just get in your ass right now fool you.
I think they take advantage of that, or they think, oh yeah, he done got old. Like nigga, no.
No, realistically, I'm sharp, nigga. I'm better
old.
than I was. Trust me. Come get in this ring, bro. I'm better than I ever been.
We not that old,
right?
And I'm a lot stronger than I used to be.
These are prime years, baby. Yeah. Trust and believe that. Yeah, that's the shit that just fuck with me. Is like over time you will hear a little nigga say some slick shit. You be like, all right, let's keep it pushing. Like I don't need to be around you because I really want to fuck you up right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And then over time that becomes, you know, I can say whatever I want to him.
Shit.
Then the shit hit a head and you wondering why you picking yourself up off the ground. Because I sat there and I let you say shit time and time again. You had no respect, right? So chill out, bro.
I nipped that shit in the bud. I hit them with that. They be like, yeah, man, it's such. And I be like, well, howdy, partner. What can I do for you today? And they be like, what the fuck is that? I be like, no, pal. No, come here and let me talk to you, pal. They were like, man,
you want to smoke?
They're like, man, going on with that? No, I'm like, no, buddy.
Yeah.
I was like, cause for real. I was like, if you decide to get on it one day, you see this 13, I'll put it in your ass.
Right.
They all, man, you crazy, man. You crazy, man. Everybody just think I'll hop out in the hood and be like, howdy, guys. I swear to God, I'm going to videotape it one day. I'm like, howdy. Give them that Forrest Gump wave.
With the hand on the hip.
Hey, and niggas be like, shit. They be like, yeah, OG crazy. Man, that's crazy to me. How all these little young niggas, OG. Or the older niggas that's older, oh, big homie, OG,
right,
OG.
Right.
Like, man, because you knew. You must have knew. I ain't never snitched on nobody. Nobody ain't got no fucking paperwork on me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't been put in situations where motherfuckers been like, oh, yeah, he done snitched, he done told, he done this and such and such. You knew. When I was coming up, you been a pussy, you always gonna be a pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Niggas don't get punked over here. I told a motherfucker one time, this older nigga, you know how we used to always have pit bulls and shit. This older nigga was like, he was like, man, I don't know what it is about you. And yes, we used to fight dogs when we was young. We did. He was like, I don't know what it is about you. Yeah, we did.
Look,
people gonna be mad. I don't give a fuck. We used to fight dogs.
I know it. That nigga's wearing a skunk on his head.
Yeah. we used to fight dogs. So the older niggas was like, man, I don't know what it is about y'all dogs, man, but them motherfuckers some killers. This, that, and the other. I'm like, shit, the dogs take up our mentality. Like, them dogs know what the fuck it is. Them dogs are exactly who we are. And y'all niggas weak, y'all dogs weak.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Period. That's the way we used to look at it. Y'all niggas weak, y'all dogs weak. We take our time with our dogs. We love our dogs. We walk our dogs every day. You make sure our dogs eat right. It was like big time giga-pet.
Hell
you know
yeah.
That's what it was. We took care of our dogs. We made sure they were straight, and we did it without no real money.
Yeah, we really did.
Y'all spent all this money to send y'all dog to the vet. We knew how to fix our own dogs. We knew how to give our own dogs the shots.
Bandage them, all that type of shit.
Oh, yeah. Grooming, all that. Cutting nails and all that shit.
Damn.
We did all of that shit. We loved our dogs. My dog right there, he cremated.
Yeah.
My dog is right here. His choke chain's still here.
You know?
Yeah. That's 12 years ago, man.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
Yeah, we did, man. Our dogs loved us, man. Hey, but we was trained to go like the dogs was trained to go.
We loved our dogs, so I can't stand the people that don't understand the culture of dog fighting. They'll look at it like, oh, they're just killing dogs and this heinous and this, that, and other.
I don't understand why people don't know the culture of dog fighting when they was having niggas fight.
Right.
When they was having motherfuckers. They do it now still. MMA fighting.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Take, for example, the coldest, I saw this on 60 Minutes. The coldest place on the earth is somewhere in Siberia. It's like miles and miles and miles away from everything. It's so cold. There's no running water. There's no ocean within hundreds of miles. And the only way that they can drink water is by taking ice from outside, bringing it inside and freezing. and melting it. They don't take baths at all. You know what I'm saying? The people that live there, there's no way you really wash it. Yeah, there's no way of really washing your ass. It'd be like below 68 and shit like that. But anyways, outside, 24 hours a day, they got horses. The horses have evolved over time to the point where they're short, they're stocky, and they can really withstand cold temperatures. Mm-hmm. To the point where they got to take a metal bar and scrape the ice off their back every day. But these horses are perfectly fine, according to them. Their only way of getting somewhere is usually by reindeer. Damn. And that's abusive to the animals if you want to be 100. You think a dog would rather fight or go out there and that shit 24 hours. What would you do? Nigga gave you a chance like, look, Fight that nigga right there. And this is what you want to do and this is what you naturally do. Would you fight that nigga or would you spend 24 hours outside? Fuck all that. Right. That's easy. Easy decision. But these this what don't register to me. It's perfectly legal to cut a chicken's head off and throw it in the street. You'll get a littering charge probably. Nothing wrong with killing a chicken. Yeah. And the second you let two chickens fight, you can go to jail. Is that not the dumbest shit in the fucking world?
Yeah.
And then it's like, people be thinking that we train these dogs to do that. No, a dog gonna either go or it's not.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do to make a dog. Huh?
Said it's either gonna have a spirit or not.
Man, I think I told this on the podcast before. I had puppies, a litter of puppies. I was at that bathroom up in the, I just kept hearing doom doom in the room with the puppies in. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Go in the room, 2 puppies covered in blood, just been in there banging. I never taught them how to do that. They just do it. Mm-hmm. It just is. It's in them, man. These dogs are bred for that. And every animal fights. Every mammal in this fucking world fights.
Yeah, they got the flight or fight.
Right. So
flight
I think that's bullshit. The way
survival instincts. That's everybody has survival instincts. I don't give a damn what you do.
Right. I think it's bullshit the way that they try to make it seem like people are heinous and people are all these different things. That's bullshit to me. Because you brainwashed don't mean other people got to be brainwashed.
Yeah, we woke.
There's people that actually watch videos of something that's absolutely natural, which is a lion killing a deer or animal. Yeah. They're like, oh, this is so wrong. Why are you guys watching? Bitch, this been going on since before you was thought of. Mm-hmm. Before your great granny was thought of. You can't go against God and nature and tell somebody what's wrong. That's my stance. And how the fuck y'all gonna lock a nigga up, an NFL quarterback, for 2 years for fighting dogs? But y'all motherfuckers kill deer on TV, ducks, all that shit.
They hunting right now.
Right. And it's perfectly legal. Eat a dick, all y'all. Eat 7,000 dicks and die. All y'all motherfuckers.
What if they're vegan?
Huh? What if they're vegan? Yo, I see the bitch. I was cracking up. I seen a bitch, man. She was sunbathing. She called, well, not sunbathing. Is that sunbathing? Yeah, sunbathing. She claimed that she get all her nutrients that she need from the sun. She don't need to eat. She just need to drink water and stand in the sun for hours.
That sound like how you roast a turkey or a chicken.
That bitch was on dope, nigga. That's another motherfucker. He eat nothing but raw meat. Not raw meat, but decomposing rotten meat.
The fuck?
Yeah. People crazy, man. People crazy. Decomposing rotten meat. I forgot his name.
Well, in conclusion.
Yep. Anything else you want to talk about?
Not today.
Next time we'll get into battle rappers.
Oh my god.
Battle rap culture. Oh yeah, Ready to Live finally went live. That's what's up on Deezer.
Ready to Live?
Yeah, the album.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's talk about this real quick before we get out of here. I see so many people mad at 50 Cent for going that Ja Rule. I'm like,
oh man, hey, look. I ain't even mad.
Come back to the mic.
I ain't even mad. When I seen it, and when I seen the shit, I was like, some people are like, no, that's not real. I'm like, yes, that's real, because that's some shit that Emperor Petty would do. Mm-hmm. They call him King Petty. No, that nigga's an Emperor of Pettiness.
and he said he only spent $13,000.
$13,000 for them seats?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought it was like $15 a seat. I was looking at $3,000.
I think he said it was $3,000.
Yeah. It wasn't, that's a drop in the bucket.
Right.
But could you imagine this nigga performing and the whole front. Everybody move up. Nah, bitches. Nah.
This 50 seats.
All this is extra
You
reserve.
got to get somebody there to be security or whatever. Like, nah, these 50-cent seats, man.
No, this is reserved. Keep
What
your
if
ass back there.
People show up in a fuck Ja Rule t-shirt on.
Man, look. I'm going to say this, man.
I'll do it.
I'm going to say this, man. Ja Rule is a hip-hop legend. He has dropped classics. Mm-hmm. He can spit for real. I still listen to all his old stuff.
Great at making hits.
Yeah, great. But when 50 came, 50 followed the first 48 laws of power, the motherfucking art of war to the T.
48 laws.
He is killing this nigga completely. He is not letting this nigga gain no type of momentum or anything to make a comeback or whatever. When they said to completely get rid of your enemy, he is doing that. Completely. He is doing that.
This is my thing for the people who talking about, oh, he petty, he need to grow up. Look, let me tell you something. Motherfucker get me shot and stab me. We ain't never, ever being cool. I'd never be cool with your kids. I don't want my great-grandkids to be cool with your great-grandkids. Fuck you.
It'd be like off Kill Bill, and if you got a problem, come see me.
Yeah, fuck all that.
She killed her mama. Cool. When you grow up, you still feel some type of way. Come see me. I'm going to kill your ass too.
Real shit. Like, we gonna be cool. You done fucking got me shot 9 times. We know who sent the hit. You know what I'm saying? Then you want to try to get mad and diss a nigga, all type of shit. Like, fuck that.
Yeah,
fuck all that.
Up.
People be smoking big though.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, you know, Emperor 50, he demolishing that nigga. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, if Ja Rule makes some music now, I'll still listen to it.
I'll listen to it if it's hot.
Yeah, if it's hot. But at the same time, it's just like, nigga, you ain't getting no traction nowhere.
Right.
Especially now, since that whole shit, you know, in the Bahamas or wherever the fuck it was, flop, nigga, you did it to yourself.
That. Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's what it is, man.
In conclusion, don't grow up and be a sensitive ass person. Run your mouth and not expect shit to happen to you, because for every action, there's a reaction. 2, don't have sensitive ass kids who like to run their mouth to grown-ups and get their ass stuck in their mouth by real niggas and real G's. You know what I'm saying? So why is that? And if you got friends and you for real friends, you gonna go through things. Regardless of what it is, you gonna come back together and come back around and become something great. Real friends are real friends, not real fake.
Right. And we're gonna leave it on that note. Ape Squad, the motherfucking comeback is here.
Right
Let's
on.
make it happen.